Welcome everyone to the BCMA podcast show. Today I'm joined by a Texas musician, and she made her debut on our BCMA Top 40 Spotify charts last week with a song, Come Find Me. But she's here today to talk a little bit about her background and also her next radio single, and that is Miss Morgan Ashley. How's it going, Morgan?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. We're above ground and breathing, so just thanking God for another day out here.
Absolutely.
So, Morgan, you are a Texas country artist, a proud member of the TCMA, such as ourselves, and give us a little background. I mean, where are you originally from in Texas?
Sure. So, I was actually born in Bryan College Station. I grew up in a small town called Columbus, Texas. I went to, all through high school there, and then I moved back to College Station intending on going to college. I did a semester at Blinn and then decided to pursue music full time. Also, I do work during the day for right now, but figured that if worst comes to worst, college will always be there.
Yeah.
People always ask me about that.
Well, that's cool. I mean, growing up in that area, I mean, there's a lot of talent in your state, much less in that area. So
it's really funny because actually growing up, I showed cows and I rode horses. I was like really involved with the FFA and the 4-H in my town.
Right on.
Yeah, and that's actually what got me started singing. I did the FFA talent show, and I just sang to like a little background track, and I placed third, and the two people who placed in front of me played the guitar, and I was like, oh, so you gotta play the guitar.
Yeah.
So I learned.
So at what age did you start, saying, hey, I'm going to pick up this guitar and start, I'm not going to show cows anymore, I'm going to get out here and start playing?
Yeah, I had just turned 17 whenever I got a guitar, but really I had a guitar since I was about 14 or so, and I would pick it up occasionally and, learn a chord on it, but it never stuck until it stuck,
Yeah, definitely. So. That's cool. So what was some of your, your musical influences growing up, maybe in your household, what your parents listened to, or something like that, it could be a different genre that just kind of helped, mold you into what your sound is today?
Yeah, well, I've always listened to country music. Now I listen to other music as well, but growing up, we definitely listened to country radio, and I would say, honestly, the first song that I wouldn't say the first song, but the first artist that comes to mind is Miranda Lambert. I would always sing along to her, Famous in a Small Town, on the radio back then, and of course George Strait and all them, and I was just singing for fun, and now hopefully singing for a career as well, but Miranda Lambert is definitely my idol. So
that's a good idol to have. Yeah, Miranda, she started off small and blew up, and she's one of the top 3 female, in Nashville right now, in my opinion. But that's definitely something, someone to look up to as far as being a role model.
Definitely. And I know y'all had Mike Ryan on here. He's one of my favorites right now. I love all of his songs.
Oh, yeah. Mike's, not only a great musician, but such a great guy. And we had a few mutual friends, and through Seagale, which is a publishing type, deal. They write a lot of music, and when we got to do him and interview him, and just a great guy, and he deserves all the credit and all the praise he gets, definitely.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. So, going back to yourself, you started getting into music, you said around 17, 18?
Yeah. Yep, I was 17, I'm 21 now.
Okay. And
it's only been a few years.
Well, I have to say, in those few years, you've been obviously making waves, doing my research and stuff.
For sure.
you know,
working hard at it.
yeah, definitely. I mean, if anyone isn't aware of the TCMA and they have the Texas Country Music Awards, you were actually nominated last year for Female Vocalist of the Year. Am I wrong or am I right? Or
you were right. It was totally unexpected. I couldn't believe it got nominated. And I'm just, super happy to be a part of a great organization such as TCMA and all that they have to offer. So that was really cool.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. It's a great organization. They do great things for the state of Texas and their music scene, run by great people. They opened us, came to us with open arms to join, and because we have, I like to say we're not biased on the show, but about 80% of the people who come across as Texas musicians, and to have that backing by them was awesome.
For sure, yes, definitely.
So I came across, you had reached out to us a few weeks back about you playing a show, which we'll get into a little bit later on. But I started doing some research on, and I was like, man, I really love this song. Come Find Me. So I put it up. I put it up for our chart, our top 40 Spotify charts, which basically goes off of streams and stuff like that, mathematical craziness. But it's been this is the second week that it's on there, and I just published it to social media. I've been doing the numbers and all that, and you're actually at 38, which is, does not sound good, but it is very good in the company that you're on here with,
Yeah, absolutely. That is so amazing.
And definitely, and you're actually here to talk to us about your next radio single. So yes. I'll go in and I'll go ahead and let you go in a little detail about that, about the title track and how it came about.
Okay, well, the song is called Bad Boy Chaser. Let's see, whenever I started writing it, I was just thinking about, a girl going out, got my black dress on and my high-heel boots and all that good stuff, and then it turned into, obviously, being about a boy and about how you go out to the bar and everybody's looking at you except for the one that you want to look at you. So, that's how Bad Boy Chaser came about. We ended up putting it on my Karma album, which just came out back in February this year. So it'll be the second single that I'm going to release to radio on September 1st. We're going to get it out there. But my first single, Your Girl, is also on the Karma album, as well as Come Find Me. So,
yeah, definitely. Songs. Definitely, and that it's got that Miranda Lambert type groove to it. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I did not put that together until you said that, and then I listened to the song obviously before we got on the phone here. But yeah, it's got that Miranda Lambert type thing. So did you write this song?
Yes, I did. I co-wrote it with a guy named Steve Freeman, which is really funny because he helped me write a song called Bad Boy Chaser, but
yeah. So do you find a lot of you write most of your songs? You like to write most of your music?
Yeah, I love writing. It's definitely like therapy. I've just started recently getting into co-writing. So that's also a lot of fun, especially when you find people who you really can bounce ideas off of. Also, on my Karma album, there are a few outside songs from the Demolition Music Publishing Group in Nashville. So Come Find Me, Kiss and Tell, and Waste My Time are all outside songs. But all the other ones I've written or co-written.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. I find that every time I interview Texas artists, it seems like 99.9% of them all are into just love writing and love putting out their own music. And it's amazing how many young artists that have, songs that are ready to go but just don't have the backing. So that's what we try and, push the most is just to get all that talent out there because it's flooded.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we sure do appreciate you guys.
Well, yes, I appreciate the appreciation. And so, yeah, I am going to circle back to the song Bad Boy Chaser. We have it here to play. I'm going to let you introduce it. We'll play it for the listeners, and then we'll come back and talk the future and the rest of the year, your plans, your goals, and all that.
Awesome. Well, my name is Morgan Ashley, and this is Bad Boy Chaser.
Charlie one horse high. Skip the lipstick, it's just gonna stay in my glass. I got my high-heeled boots and my fringed out Louis. 3 vodka tonics in to bring the party to me. You got a backwards ball cap and a tattooed slate. Country boy smile, city boy jeans. You're playing pool with the boys, but they're all staring at me. What's a girl gotta do to make you see? How can I look this good and you don't care? I turn every head, but you don't care. You're a special kind of mystery. I wanna know why I want you so bad. Why do I want the one that I can't have? I wish I could resist you, but it ain't my nature. I'm a bad boy chaser. I'm a bad boy chaser. My mama used to warn me about your type. The hot take you out once, but never call back kind. Somehow that makes me want you even more. No, I don't play games, but I keep score. How can I look this good and you don't care? I turn every head, but you don't dare. You're a special kind of mystery. I wanna know why I want you so bad. Why do I want the one that I can't have? I wish I could resist you, but it ain't my nature. I'm a bad boy chaser. How can I look this good and you don't care? I turn every head, but you don't dare. You're a special kind of mystery. Oh, 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 I wanna know why I want you so bad. Why do I want the one that I can't have? I wish I could resist you, but it ain't my nature. I'm a bad boy chaser. I'm a bad boy chaser. Oh.
And there it is, folks. Bad Boy Chasers by Morgan Ashley. That's going to be her next radio single. And when is that going to drop for radio, Morgan?
It's going to be out September 1st.
September 1st. So September 1st, call your radio stations, request it, get it going. It's going to be I think it's going to be a good success. It's got a great Miranda Lambert type vibe to it. I'll just go out there and say it. But yeah, it's,
Absolutely, I love it. Well, I hope it does good.
yeah, definitely. So let's talk about, live shows. Obviously, getting in there and recording all these songs and putting in the hard work. But I guess most artists get that sense of accomplishment and good feelings playing live for all the fans. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, I play shows every weekend all over the state of Texas, and I've actually been talking with some people trying to get into like Louisiana and Oklahoma and whatnot. So I am playing October 19th at at the Twisted Root in Shreveport. I guess it's Shreveport.
Yes.
October 19th. I think that starts at 6 or 7, somewhere like that. So definitely come out to that. And then the next Saturday, the 27th of October, I'm playing in Wascombe. I think that's like right there, almost in Louisiana, but it's still in Texas. So that starts at 6:30 at the Corn Maze.
Okay, yeah. And I mean, if you guys haven't heard of the Twisted Root, like she mentioned earlier, you go look that up on the. That's the Texas Local Live guys that put that on. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, they kind of have a co-ship with that venue, and they got some great up and coming names. That are playing there, and if you. I want to say it's every weekend they have it going on, or something along the lines of that, where they bring in different artists. But yeah, I mean, I don't have the list in front of me, but I noticed my buddy Joey Greer, we're gonna go down there, and just all these great artists from Texas that deserve to get a shot out there. And I'm definitely gonna try to make that show for October and get out there. But yeah, I mean, honestly, you look at the artists in Texas and the independent artists, just even the big names, like Cody Johnson and Mike Ryan and William Clark Green, Casey Don. All these artists really have made their entire careers without having to leave the state of Texas, and that's so amazing. Yeah. And it's something that the state of Texas can do, and it's something that really always got me, in love with the Texas country music scene and the Oklahoma, the red dirt scene. It's so much fans and so much love down there, and the artists help each other, and they don't look at each other in a cutthroat situation. They build each other up.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great thing to be a part of.
Definitely is. Just example, and I know I've mentioned it before. I did an interview way back before his song "Tugging on My Heartstrings" even went number one, but with Randall King, and I mentioned about how he, you got these guys touring with Josh Ward and Cody Johnson and all, and I made the mistake of mentioning competition, and he was like, "In no way are we competition. Those are like my best friends, and we talk all the time, and we boost each other up." And that just kind of hit me. I was like, wow, that's an amazing thing to say, as far as musicians,
Definitely, yeah. I met Randall. He's a really nice guy, so I believe it.
Oh, yeah, class act guy. He actually played this past weekend in Louisiana down here at Cowboys nightclub in Lafayette and put on a heck of a show. Put on a heck of a show down there. But yeah, so you mentioned about traveling some maybe into Louisiana besides those two shows that you got in October. What's the goal for you for the rest of this year musically? I mean, is it to get more singles off the album put out for radio and more events, or are you working on new music?
Yeah, so my goal really is just to continue to promote song after song to Texas radio. I'm going to be recording a new EP in September. I'm really excited about the songs on there. Of course, you hope that every project that you do gets better, and I just can't wait for this one because I feel like it's going to be my best yet. I feel like it's just going to showcase, exactly everything that I want to represent, because doing this for 4.5, 5 years, I'm still figuring it out, especially because it just kind of like, I just jumped in there and started doing it basically. But I finally feel like I have the right guidance, and so I'm really excited for the new stuff. But yeah, we're just working on getting singles out there. Also, next week, Monday, we are recording my music video to Bad Boy Chaser. So
wow.
I'm excited for that too.
Wow. Well, yeah, definitely. That is a wow factor, getting a music video out there. And once it hits radio and it, hopefully Spotify takes off, I always have I replace artists. I don't like to have 15 artists, songs on the same thing. But if it comes up, we'll interchange it with, the one you have on there now. It might be doing 20 times better. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
I definitely feel like, being out on the radio helps Spotify because it has really helped boost my first single, Your Girl, a lot on Spotify.
Yes, and speaking of that, as a nice plug, I can mention, I mentioned last week on my social medias and stuff, we did a little updating to our site and trying to make it more, artists, fill it with more artists, fill it with more music. And we have a feature video section where it's just 3 videos that I kind of change up every week. And this past week, I have your YouTube video for Your Girl.
Yeah,
and it's on there. And also, we have a new spot for Featured Artist of the Month, and that's 6 artists just randomly picked. And, of course, you made it on there too for this month. And, hopefully you guys go check it out at BayouCountryMusic.com. Scroll down the home page. You can see her video. If you see, her name under the featured artist, you just click on that picture of hers and it'll bring you directly to her website, and you can see all of, all the whole 9 yards and keep up with her, obviously, on her social medias and stuff. That, to me, is the biggest way to keep up with artists and people in general these days.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Well, I tell you what, I expect big things out of Bad Boy Chaser. Just hearing it for the first time today, that definitely was, it's an eye-opener to me. So I think it's going to do good. I'm going to mark it down and say it's going to do good. If it doesn't do good, then I'm going to blame it on something else. But I'm going to say it's going to do good on Texas radio and hopefully Spotify and the whole 9, iTunes and whatnot. And, we look forward to catching up with you on some shows and getting some, getting to hear you live. And also for the new EP, we wish you the best coming out, with the new EP you're going to be recording. You mentioned in September. And always welcome to come back on the show and talk anytime, promote anything, or whether you just want to come by and chat. It's open door policy.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Definitely. And I like to take the last segment and kind of let the artist, if you had any kind of thing you wanted to promote or that we haven't covered or anything such as that to mention before, we get off here, I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you all my social media handles. Facebook and Instagram are both Morgan Ashley Music. I actually do a Facebook Live video every Monday at 6 o'clock. So if y'all want to tune into that, I have a Twitter. I'm not very active on it. So anyway, my website is www.morganashleyofficial.com. So y'all go check it out.
Awesome. Hey, like I said before, guys, if that's too complicated for you people, you go down to our website as well, and you that featured artist section, and you click on her picture there, and it'll bring you directly to her website, and all her social medias are there on her website, and we'll be sure and tag all those. And when we publish this, this podcast episode and an article with it, so I always like to link all that, because like I said, it's the 21st, 22nd century now. The only thing to keep up people is social media. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do you have any type of apparel yet that people can purchase on your website, or is that something coming?
Yeah. Honestly, I think that I am pretty ridiculous for not having it on my website. So that is coming soon. But I do have some of it available. You can see on my Facebook page. Also, of course, live shows, I always have them out there. I have T-shirts. I just got some new hats in, koozies, all of the things. So
the whole 9 yards. I'm big on apparel, and I love to get artists' apparel out there. You buy their apparel, buy their music, support your independent artists, because that's their bread and butter. That's what they need to make more of this great music. So definitely do that.
Yes, for sure.
Well, actually, it was a great time sitting here, and I call you by last name just because I like to be professional with it. But Morgan, we had a great time talking. We had a great time, and Bad Boy Chasers is going to be coming September. For radio, y'all call requested in, Y'all go listen to her Spotify. Check her out on Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, however you like to get your music. Check it out at Morgan Ashley. And without further ado on that, I'm going to let her go ahead and say her byes and her thank yous right before we close out.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you go check out the music and enjoy it. My name is Morgan Ashley. We'll see y'all next time.
Awesome. And that was our guest, Miss Morgan Ashley, great musician out of Texas. Y'all be sure and check out all of her music on all music platforms. Take this time to promote and advertise for all our sponsors and partners that make this possible. So the BCMA podcast show is brought to you by our apparel friends with Swamp Assassin. Check them out at swampassassin.com. They have some major sales going on. Go on their website, look under daily deals. You can get some great hats, great shirts, great prices. They're having a huge sale right now. Also, along the lines of apparel, Rodeo Time Incorporated. If you are into anything rodeo, then you need to go check out DaleBrisby.com, legendary bull rider, social media icon. Go check him out at DaleBrisby.com. Get yourself some Dale wear, some new hats and stuff he just dropped, and get some stuff from him. And also, for you ladies out there, check out Wild Lane Boutique at wildlanetx.com. It is a boutique that features all kinds of stuff for you ladies, apparel-wise, jewelry-wise, and it kind of centers around the Texas Red Dirt Country scene. Check them out. Also, want to give a nod to Swamp Gear Rotomolded Ice Chests, a locally owned business out here in Louisiana. They make some great rotomolded ice chests. I have one personally. I love taking it out, whether I'm out fishing, whether I'm out going to a show, whether it keeps my beverages cold, it keeps food cold, whether you're camping, hunting, fishing, check them out at swampshop.com. Also like to thank our venue endorsers and sponsors, and that is at the Silver Saloon in Terrell, Texas. They got some great live shows every weekend in and out of there. You can check them out on our website under Partners and Friends. We have all of these organizations and businesses. You click on the tab and it'll bring you down to their respective page or their respective field. And also like to thank the organizations such as ourselves that is pushing music out there. Of course, we mentioned earlier we are proud members of the Texas Country Music Association. They have the Texas Country Music Awards coming up in October at the Will Rogers Auditorium in Fort Worth. So you can go online at TexasCountryMusicAssociation.org. Order your tickets for that event. That's going to be an awesome event. It is year in and year out. Check it out. Also would like to thank websites such as Southern Music Scene for putting music out there. Texas Music Pickers. The list goes on and on. Texas Local Live. I know they do great things for artists and up and coming. And we really do welcome any artist to come on the show, no matter what state you're from, no matter what place you're from. Come on the show, and we'll have a good talk and interview, and get everybody out there to know who you are. And as far as our BCMA Top 40 Spotify chart, you can go on our website and click on the link, and it'll show you the updated BCMA Top 40 chart. We update it every Monday. And we also have a link to the Spotify playlist, which features all the songs off the chart. If you'd like to enter your song in the chart, you can read all the rules and regulations on that tab on our website at BayouCountryMusic.com. And if you would like to become a friend or a partner with ours just to help, with promotion of your business or your organization, all you have to do is send us an email at BayouCountryMusic@gmail.com. Listing your business name, your organization, and we will get back with you as soon as possible. We love promoting and helping everyone we can in the industry, and even in just local business, small business, all around. So until next time, everybody, this is Jacob, your host, the BCMA podcast show. We'll see you guys down the road.